people a couple of minutes to hop on.
They
Hello,
just be
hello,
talking over here.
everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. I am just going to give some folks time to hop on. So typically, my goal for the show was like 20 minutes, but it
Okay.
just depends on how long you talk. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
completely fine with it going over that. But I'm going to give everyone a moment to get on. Da, da, da.
Answer the.
Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to Why Local Oklahoma today. We are very, very excited to have Vic, the owner of 26 Lounge. It is the newest, you know what, Vic, I was trying to think. I don't think there's ever been a lounge like yours or in general in North OKC, like in the village area. I was thinking about that. I'm thinking
Uh, I don't
you don't
recall
either,
one.
right?
No, I don't. No.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
off top though. I'm sure there has been, but not that one that I can recall.
The
So.
only one I ever remember was Dugout. You remember the Dugout? It was over there. It was like a pool hall, and it was
Is
right
that
there across from the old
May?
Supercuts on May and Hefner.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
Absolutely.
that one, and then I guess there was a spot inside of North Park Mall that they used to like rent out the space. I think Keith would rent out that space and have parties. But anyways, I am meeting with Vic today. He is the owner of 26 Lounge. It is literally the newest, hottest, dopest lounge that you can go to in Oklahoma City, period. And I said in my post, I said North OKC, but literally anywhere. Like you have such a vibe in your space, and it's
Right.
like a mix of like art. It's trendy. It's modern.
Right.
I mean, it is just, I told a friend earlier, I was like, it screams something from a larger market like Denver, Dallas, Atlanta,
Absolutely.
whole vibe.
Absolutely.
I absolutely love it. So I just want to thank you so much for agreeing to be on Why Local. Like,
It's a pleasure. I appreciate the opportunity.
yay. So we're going to dive into some good questions because my thought process for Why Local, and I'll just kind of go over it a little bit. I created this show, or I call it a vlog, but someone else was like, it's a podcast. So I created Why Local in an effort to extend the reach of small businesses, local
Okay.
businesses, even if they're not small and they're growing because they're still local. So we want to feed them.
Right.
Nonprofit organizations, community organizations, and then just people that are just out doing things with out of their own pocketbook with no help, but they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart. And so that was my thought process for Why Local, was just extending our reach, because I feel like that is the most challenging thing when it comes to having a business, starting a business, is getting in front of people that aren't in your center of influence. So
Right.
that was my thought process. And I appreciate you because I just started this in January. So it's still very much so
That's
in its
awesome.
infancy
That's awesome.
stage. So thank you. So tell me, how long have you been in business?
So right now I think we're on month 6. So it's not too long, but we're trucking along. We're trucking along.
Yeah, yeah. And I came over there a few times, and man, people know who you are. I mean, people know that where you're at. They know you're there. So that's amazing.
A little bit. We still get a lot of people that come like, "Hey, I've never been here," or "My friend told me about it," or I seen it on Facebook, came across my timeline, and I just came to check it out." So I
Yeah,
definitely appreciate the regulars and also the newcomers as well. So
awesome, awesome. So what inspired you to start a business, and how did you get started? What did that look like for you?
I was working at Dell, and I was a software engineer up there, and I'm like, if I'm making this much money, like how much are they making off me? Obviously, they're not going to pay me what they're making off charging the customer. So I was like, I want to be the person to cut the check.
Right.
So I opened up a childcare center. That was my first business endeavor. And from there, I've been self-employed ever since. Kind of went there, opened up a place downtown called Drinks. It was a great establishment, kind of tucked away in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Um, then opened up a session hookah lounge. It was a hookah lounge, small kitchen, after hour spot as well. And then here I am now at 26 Lounge in the Village. So it's been a
Nice.
run. It's been a good run.
So do you still have the after hours lounge, hookah lounge?
No. Yeah. So after hours, man, it can get a little rough. So I'm like, let me get out
Yeah, it
this
can.
space. Yeah, let me get out this space. Shout out to the people that are still doing it. I know it takes a lot of discipline, good security, and just good business practice to really keep that thing going and keep everything in check. So shout out to you for
Keep
doing
it
that.
safe.
Right.
Because, when it's an after hours lounge, that's when everyone's leaving their, the club or a bar. And so there's
Right.
no.
Yeah, you get it. You get a good melting pot of people that are inebriated, people that just don't want to go home, people that didn't even go out. They're leaving their house to go to the after hour spot. So,
Yeah, that is so
like I
true.
said, it's like shout out to you. I mean, because even here we close at 2 on Fridays and Saturdays, and I'm like at like midnight, 1 o'clock. I'm like I'm ready to go home. So definitely the 4 or 5 o'clock thing. And like I said, more power to you.
So what days are you open? What are your hours that your doors open? Your
So
days
right
and
now
hours?
we're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Thursday and Sunday, we open at 4 and close at midnight. On Friday and Saturday, we open at 4 and close at 2. We will be opening probably 6, 7 days a week. My staff is pushing me like to do that like now, but I'm just like, hey, let's finish getting everything in order. Our kitchen just opened, so I just kind of want to get everything running like a well-oiled machine before I add more days to the list.
Yeah. So speaking of staff, I just want to toot your staff's horn a little bit, because
Okay.
so often in business you only hear the negative things. People have a bad experience, and I think it used to be people, if they had a bad experience, would tell like at least 7 people. And
Right.
so, because of that, even before I went into business, I always had the thought process of I'm going to talk about other businesses in a positive light. And your
Absolutely.
staff are so friendly. When I was typing up just like the description, the piece about your space, I started out with I don't know, you're kind of young. I don't know if you remember the sitcom Cheers.
A little bit. A little.
Everybody knows your name.
Your name. Absolutely.
Okay,
For sure.
your spot, your staff remind me of that. And that's what made that show so great. Is that show was about a bar, which you
Right.
have a lounge, a bar that had amazing staff that were able to connect with people and meet with them on their why. Because when you have a lounge, when you have regulars, you are also like a therapist. So
Right.
I just want to give a shout out to your staff, your wait staff. When I have visited, the waitress was always, coming over to the table, making sure we were taken care of, seeing if we need anything. And I just want to give you kudos for that, because you are doing an amazing job. How many staff do you have?
So right now, probably sitting at maybe like 10, looking for maybe a few bartenders. Like I said, we're going to expand more days, so we're going to need some more bartenders for that. But yeah, right now I'm probably sitting at like 10.
So how would a qualified bartender go about reaching you to apply for a
Uh,
position?
just message the 26 page on Facebook or IG, and we will definitely connect back with you. I have a great manager and a great assistant manager, and they will definitely get you in for an interview. We prefer experience, but we're willing to train as well. So
Okay,
if
perfect.
you want to get into the bar industry / the restaurant industry, like definitely hit us up. We'll be more than happy to sit and chat with you.
Now I'm just curious, and this is kind of off field, but is the process for getting your license to be a bartender, is that a long process? Is that something that they could quickly do?
Yeah, I mean, you can literally do that, 10, 15 minutes online on the computer. So it's quick. You just go to the Able Commission and apply for your bartender's license, your liquor license, and they'll print off you a temporary receipt at that time, which you can then bring to your potential employer or your employer, and you can use that receipt until you get your actual license in the mail. So it's a quick and easy process.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay, so um, I want you guys to hear that for all of the bartenders that's on my social media platforms. And by the way, Vic, this feeds into my main Facebook, my Y Local Facebook, my
Okay.
YouTube. I upload it into my Twitter as well as my Instagram is tricky though. You have to do like short little snippets. So they're
Okay.
little commercials. But for all of you that are interested in bartending or you are currently a bartender wanting more hours, definitely go online on the Instagram page, on the Facebook page to 26 Lounge and get set up for an interview.
Right.
So, what would you say has been the biggest challenge? Because you opened up in October, so that was kind of post COVID. But with any business, there is still challenges. And any business that's opened up to me anywhere between 2019 and now, there is still a number of challenges that you're going to face. Now, your
Right.
situation is unique, and the fact that you've had two other lounges. You had Drink, you had the other one that was the after hour lounge spot. So, in comparison to those, you would be able to kind of gauge and compare what challenges have you faced with your business, and has COVID affected it at all compared to previously when you had your other lounges?
I think COVID affected the most in Norman. I had a bar in Norman on Campus Corner. And like I said, I sold it to someone who's now like doing a remodel on it. But when they canceled school basically out there, I mean, it was like a desert. So it's hard to make money on Campus Corner when there are no kids.
Yeah,
So that was a tough blow. That was a super tough blow. As far as here, COVID hasn't really affected it because, like I said, it's post COVID, so it's kind of on a downhill trend.
yeah,
I think the hardest thing is when you get into really opening any businesses. It's kind of the opening process of it, like getting the permits and all the licenses that you need, and contacting the proper departments for them to come out and do your inspections and everything. So I feel that that is probably the biggest hurdle. After you get that and complete that, it's all about marketing and kind of going for the vibe and demographic that you want to go for, and I mean just putting it out there. So,
yeah.
but if anyone who has opened a business before, they know that uh, dealing with licensing and all that, it can be a headache, and it can get pricey, and your open dates can get pushed back because they can't come out for 2 3 weeks, couple months at a time. So, and if you don't pass the first time, then you're like, now you got to reset everything. So it's like you kind of
So
got to be on the fly.
do you pay every time they come out and reinspect if it doesn't pass the first?
No, no,
Okay,
no. I
that's
can't think of any agency that charges you each time they come out. Normally it's free. You just pay for the license in itself, and then however many times they have to come out until you pass, that's on the house.
so for someone who is wanting to do what you're doing, okay, because my thought process is um, in the Oklahoma City metropolitan area, we have 6,000 agents. One person that, someone going into real estate could think, oh, it's overly saturated. I don't want to do it. But my thought
Right,
process is that what is for Vic is for Vic, just like what's for me is for me.
right,
So I'm always coming from a place of contribution. It doesn't matter if it's someone that's doing what I'm doing per se, because I know
correct.
that God's going to bless me anyway. So for someone that is wanting to, open up a lounge, start, something similar to what you're doing, um, what advice do you have for them?
Well, for one, I empower people to reach out to me. Like, your success isn't going to affect mine, so feel free to reach out to me. I have consulted with a few people, just on just different businesses. It may not be in direct correlation with a bar or a lounge, but just in business in general. I feel that I have kind of a young mindset, and I find myself pretty much knowledgeable in a lot of different areas. Not an expert in anything probably except this, but I can definitely lend some good advice. But if someone wants to get into this industry, definitely location, location, location. As with anything,
Like real
um,
estate. Yeah.
right? And check your per capita in the area. I mean, check your demographic. Check the traffic numbers. I mean, all that stuff kind of can play a part into making the correct decision on where exactly you want to put your bar, lounge, or restaurant. So,
Yeah.
we have a lot of great local small business owners here in OKC. So I can't think of anyone that you could call that would not help you. I think
Yeah.
all of us will definitely be more than willing to assist anyone that seriously wants to get into this business.
Definitely. Definitely. One of the things I that that attracts me to 26 Lounge is it's so diverse. And I think that one of the things that you notice, especially in Oklahoma, I can't speak for everywhere else because I don't live there. However, sometimes our nightlife can be very segregated in some ways. I mean, you've got
Right,
hubs like downtown. Downtown is for the most part going to provide some level of diversity. But when
right,
you go anywhere outside of that, that's where our spots, our nightlife spots, become kind of segregated.
right,
The thing that I like about your location is it's very diverse. You have, I don't want to use the term melting pot because when I think of melting pot, I think of, Walmart. You have all these kind of different people.
right,
But what I mean is that you have just different people from different cultures all having a good time. Like there's no beefing, there's no fighting. Like it's safe. You can go there and, feel like this is great. And that is the thing that I love about your location. And earlier when I said it reminds me of Denver, I did live in Denver. And I do frequent Dallas probably once a month. But it reminds me of those locations because you've got this like central little hub in the community where everyone can go and have a good time and no one feels threatened. So
right.
I just wanted to throw that out there. Guys, 26 Lounge is for anyone. I'm a brown person, he's a brown person, but 26 Lounge literally go to the page on Facebook. You're going to see how diverse it is. You're going to see how beautiful the ambience is. And when you walk into a space like that, you just want to have fun. Like, there's
Right.
no stress, there's no drama, and everyone is just coming together. And when you're able to bring a diverse group of people together, that allows for everyone's mind to be able to expand because you're able to converse and see different perspectives that go outside of your normal thinking. So I love that. Kudos to you.
Thank
Uh,
you so much.
yes. And so, what was an aha moment for you in your business that presented itself as a failure, but ended up pivoting you to success to like where you're at right now?
As far as like in at 26 or just in life in
Just
general.
it can be in life in general, it can be in your business, whatever it is.
I would say at the point when 26 Lounge, we had a few incidences where I'm like, this. I said if I try to stick with this and hold on to this could be more damaging than anything. Um, no matter how much security I had, I mean it got rough. It
Yeah,
got rough,
yeah,
and I mean, even talking to my parents, I was like, "Hey, you're making great money, but at the cost of what?" Like, I mean, and so I was feeling like, "Hey, I have to let this go."
gotta
Uh,
let it go.
yeah, I mean it. Yeah, I'm like, I can't. I don't want to be accountable for any more bad things that someone I is just. It wasn't worth it.
And, sometimes I think that is hard in life is when you decide to become very intentional with how you move and how you conduct business and who you allow in your space.
Right.
I know there is, I knew of a business owner who literally had to become intentional about, age. And sometimes if you're catering to a mature crowd, sometimes the challenge can be getting them to come out because we're so
Right.
busy, we're so tired, and
Hmm.
the list goes on. And so a lot of times, lounges, nightclubs, bars, they're put in a compromising position to lower that age range in order to um, pay the bills, make your money. But at the same time, it can go against the aesthetics, like the vision that you have in mind for your space.
Right.
I can totally understand where you're coming from with that. But let me tell you, there's so many people that's tired of driving all the way to downtown to go have fun on a Saturday, Friday night. There's so many people tired of driving to the east side, wherever it is that you are going. We are tired of it. So for me, this is great. Let me see here because I'm a talker, as you can tell. So I've
No,
got
you're fine. You're good.
keep myself on track. And my daughter went to OU. When did you close your bar down there on Campus Corner?
That was like last November.
Okay, okay.
It was
I
right across from Hideaway Pizza on
yeah,
Buchanan.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
so happy I don't have to pay them tuition no more. So let me. What about your business brings you joy?
Just seeing other people like enjoy themselves. Like, I mean, just seeing them come in and the vibe and just the camaraderie, between everyone. And like you said, it's kind of like a cheers environment. Like we have a lot of great regulars that I know that we know they have their either their hookah ready or their drink we know they're coming in or they're going to call us and say, hey, we're 5 minutes away. So we really have a great group of individuals, customers that really make the place great. Because I mean, what's a business without customers? I mean, it's
That's it.
nothing. And
That's
same
it.
thing with staff. I mean, my staff are absolutely amazing. Like I couldn't run the business by myself. So I mean, I definitely appreciate the staff and the customers as a whole. I mean, it's not possible without the two. So
Yeah.
um, I'm only as worth as much as opening the door and hoping that people decide to come to 26 at any given day. So I definitely appreciate the support.
Absolutely. Um, what is um, what is your why for your business? What
Um,
what sparks so much emotion in you that every day it makes you say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get up and do it again." Like, what is your why?
I think the time and effort that I put into this place, I mean, I really wanted people to come in and be like, wow.
Yeah,
And when they come in, like they usually have that effect, like, wow, like you can tell there's a whole lot of money in this. Like you can tell, like
I feel like
like
every time someone walks in the door, that song should come on.
right. So I mean, I mean, and that's why, like I said, I mean, when you when it's kind of like when you look good, you feel good, and that's what I'm talking about with the place. Like I'm like, oh, that place look good. I walk in, I feel good, and that's how I want people to feel. I want people to walk in and like feel good. Like it's a good vibe, it's good energy,
Yeah,
and you may walk in and it may be Drake playing, or you may walk in and it may be some Shania Twain playing. You're like, you
right.
never
I
know, and
love it.
it just works. It
But
just works.
it's always something that's good though. Like whatever
Right,
it is, I don't care what genre it is. I'm always like, but I'm a little different. I have like friends from everywhere, and I lived in
right,
Austin for 20 years, so my music palette goes pretty darn far.
right. Okay.
But let me ask you this. What is your current? Do you have a current quote phrase, like a guiding something that just kind of like keeps you going? You just remind
Uh,
yourself of it.
Usually, I would say success comes with help. That's kind of usually my like go-to hashtag or phrase, or I would say our best was good for today, but tomorrow we would do better. So
Oh, I like that. So today was your
Our
best.
best was good for our best was good for today, but tomorrow we would do better.
You know, I have a thing that, well, my Halo always sends it to me. And it's, I love you more than I did yesterday, but not nearly as much as I will tomorrow. And that's what
Okay.
that quote reminds me of is our best was good for today, but you said not as good as it will be tomorrow.
But tomorrow we will do better.
Tomorrow we will do. I love that. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
so
when
it
I
would be so that the yeah those two, or if your hand isn't out to help or your mouth isn't fixated to inspire, then keep your hands in your pocket and your mouth closed.
oh, I
So
like that. I need you to like send that one to me on Facebook. Just like
okay,
DM to me because I like that. I want to do a mindset video about that right there. So when I first heard about your lounge, it was through different things. Like one of them, you had like a comedy show during, I want to say it was Valentine's Day.
hmm hmm
You support art because there is art, guys. You have to go into, I posted on one of my posts, I had a photo of art, but all around that space on the walls there's beautiful art. So you definitely support the artist. You support the local vocal artist,
hmm
because I've noticed that I've seen ads and what have you geared towards that. Like
right,
there was I mean, and I'm saying every genre of music, guys. Like follow his page because at some point there's going to be something that you will connect with. But
right,
also, the first time I was invited to come there was through the Good Girlfriend Circle. They
okay.
were having their annual vision board party there. So that shows me that you are also supportive of, you know, local events. If someone wanted to have a party there, if someone wanted to come in during the day and rent out that space, what does that look like for you?
Yeah, so I mean, just like I said, connect with us on any of our social media pages via 26 Lounge. Make sure you spell out 26 is definitely. You won't find us saying 226. You won't find us.
Yeah.
But yeah, just we just know the date, the time, whether you want it to be a public event or a private event, and then we can definitely sit down and connect and find out what can work for the both of us. But yeah, we love having different events in here. I mean, it's a great space. So let's let everyone get their hands on and use it for sure.
So I noticed that you guys just started offering, you're starting to serve food. Just so
Right.
everyone know that has visited 26 Lounge, that go to 26 Lounge, they now have food. I'm so excited. And,
Everyone's been waiting for it.
yeah, food beats those bar nuts and stuff. You go to
Right.
places. I don't even think people do that anymore because of COVID. But I am so happy. Thank you for speaking my love language because it is food, like most people, especially when you're dealing with a mature crowd. We like to eat. So I just thank you. So we're gonna do. I want to thank you again for being on the show. We're
Absolutely.
pretty much done with the meaty things. We're just gonna go into a fun round. And
Okay.
these are just random questions. And my thought process is if I can get people to connect with Vic and fall in love with Vic and find something that they have that is the same as Vic, people do business with people that they like or that have good energy. So that is the thought process behind this. So I'm just going to fire out some rounds. Do you sleep with your fan on or off?
On
On. Okay. Instagram or Facebook?
Facebook.
I know. I'm trying to. I've noticed everyone that's like early 20s to about 27. They're always their go-to is either Instagram or Twitter. So I'm like,
Right.
whatever. Machete or a gun? If you were being
Gun.
chased by a zombie, what would
Gun.
you?
Hands down. Like I don't. Why would I want close combat? Like let's get this done and get over it. Like that's an easy
Like,
one.
that's easy. There's no brainer. So phone call or text? What is your preference? Personally, not business related.
I want to say phone call because that's what everyone want to hear, but I gotta be real. I gotta say text. Like let me let me shoot this text, get it over with.
I am so right there with you. We don't have to do the pleasantries. I mean, the pleasantries are short over text message. How was your day? What is the other one? WYD. Like, it doesn't get any more simpler than that.
Right.
So, if you were traveling, would you say the ocean? Would you want to go to like Miami, or would you want to go to like Aspen and go into the mountains and ski? Like, what does that look like for you?
Miami.
Miami?
Miami, for sure. For sure.
And what, in fact, I'm going to Miami in August, and I've never been to Miami. Have you been?
Oh, wow. I have. I have.
Yeah. Oh,
I've been
wow.
on almost everyone domestically. I have a passport, never used it, so I gotta get on board.
Oh, you got to use it. So a group
Right.
of us are going to go back to the Dominican Republic next March.
Okay.
It's going to be just a group of random people. I'm going to get with the travel agent so we can set it up now. You should come too.
Hey,
So,
just let me know. I'm there. Let me know.
what is a binge worthy show on Hulu, Netflix, even YouTube? Because I'm a conspiracy theorist. Okay, that's me. It's the triple Pisces in me. So I get sucked into YouTube television a lot. What is a binge worthy show?
Man, the shows I watch, people probably like, oh, he watched Queen's Gambit on Netflix. Like it was about a woman who's like just good at chess. It was
Oh my God, I've
yeah.
seen that. Okay, see, I want to watch that because at first when you said it, I was like, ooh, that sounds violent a little bit. But okay, so that's a good one to watch. And
Yeah, of course you got like Ozark and all that stuff like that.
I love Ozark.
Those are
I
good
love
shows.
Ozark. I just finished Inventing Anna. If you guys have not,
I've seen that too.
what
Yeah.
did you think about it?
I thought that it was great. I think that the way the attorney kind of flipped it at the end, where he kind of portrayed her as something the total opposite of how she wanted to be portrayed. I thought that was kind of messed up, but for the most part, like I thought it was an excellent series. I mean, I watched it. I think I binge watched it for sure.
I did too. And the thing that I realized with Anna, because, that show caused a huge conversation just on social media. And
Right.
you had, it was shocking how many people that you had that actually could relate to Anna. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a sociopath. Believe me when I tell you this. But I understand where she was coming from,
Right.
because our society is so rooted in tradition and so rooted in who you know that it's hard for people that, and when I say, I'm talking about everyone, guys, sometimes it's so hard for someone who did not come from anything to be embraced when they go through change. It's like people still want to judge you based off of what you were. Oh, you're not a millionaire. So guess what? You didn't come for money. So guess what? You can't go into luxury real estate. No one's going to want to bring you onto their team. But that
Right.
is not reflective of who you are now and how much of an asset you are. So
Right.
I identified with her why. Like what motivated her to do that. But that show was a trip. So, anyways, what is your favorite song? What song do you have on rotation right now?
Um,
Don't tell me R.
hmm.
Kelly. No, I'm just playing.
No. It would. Man, I've been kind of bumping that Mary J. I don't know why. Her new album is a good album.
I've been sleeping on it. So I need to go listen to it
Man,
while I'm
I
working.
don't I have a solid playlist on Spotify. Make sure you follow my playlist on Spotify. It's pretty fire. It's pretty
I'm
fire.
gonna,
So I
because
got a whole playlist on rotation. So
you
I
have
mean,
your whole playlist is on there. I'm gonna do that because you play really good music inside of the lounge. Now, is that DJ Chappelle? No, it's not Chappelle.
I
Shakespeare.
should. Yeah, Shakespeare's usually here on Saturday. Friday's usually DJ R&R. And then sometimes we'll mix it up on Friday or Saturday. We'll throw a guest DJ in, but those are usually the two DJs that we have on Friday and Saturday. Sunday is usually my playlist. We usually rock it out on my playlist, and then
Yes,
Thursday is usually the 26 playlist. So
awesome. Now,
we got jukebox coming soon as well, so you can pick your own song.
Do you have days when you do certain things like poetry night, open mic night, live music night, or is it more random, like you just bring it in every so often?
So we have Cooley High every other Friday,
Oh,
and then
nice.
in between that, like we'll have Adam Aguilar that comes once a month. Then I have just other little things that we throw in there. We were trying to do karaoke. We tried it for a few weeks, never really kicked off. But like now, like yesterday, people like, yo, like, why are you not doing karaoke anymore? I'm
That's what
like,
I'm
because y'all
thinking.
wasn't coming. Y'all wasn't coming when we was doing it. Like,
Okay, so
so
I'm going to be on the lookout for karaoke. I have a huge mouth. When I support people, I support them. And I'm going to tell everyone, we're going to karaoke tonight.
let's
So I'm
go.
going to be looking out for when you have karaoke again. And then I kind of want to throw something in there that I think would be fun. You should do a
Okay.
speed dating night.
I
Or
have
during the
been
day,
told that.
you should do that. Like during the day, like, after hours, but it's daytime. You should do that. That would be so much fun.
Right.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
just see, I'm the second person. The first person planted the seed. The second person has come through to confirm it. There's going to be a third
Right.
person. And at that point, you got to pull the trigger, Vic.
Gotta pull the trigger.
You got
I'm down. Hey, I'm down to try anything once. Hey, if it works, let's go. If it doesn't, hey, well, at least we tried it. So
I'll be there to help.
okay.
Like I'll put everyone's little name on the name tags and stuff like that. I mean, I have a halo, so it ain't for me, but I'll be there to help. It's a vibe. So,
Right.
anyways, guys, I just want to thank Vic so much for coming on to the show. I am excited for you, and I see you being where you're at for a long time. I see it growing. I'm going to be honest with you. And I just want to wish you all the blessings. I've been doing these birthday videos that I send out, and I want to wish that to you. I pray that everything that you are, every seed that you are planting will manifest in your life this year. I'm speaking overflow. Every investment that you make, I am praying that it comes back to you tenfold. I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you so much for coming on the
Right.
show. And
Thank you.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So I'm ready for karaoke. I'm ready for you to let me come in and help you do the name tags and stuff for the speed
Okay.
because it's going to
Let's
happen.
go.
No. Thank you so much, Vic. Is there anything you would like to say before we get off? Do your plug. Like that's
I mean, hey, it's 26 Lounge. Come check us out. I mean, I can give a quick tour real quick, I
yes,
guess.
yes. I'm so sorry. I forgot about that.
So the
Yeah.
26 sign. We have TVs pretty much
Hey, Vic,
anywhere.
the
Yeah.
the the realtor in me is going to tell you to slow down so people can see.
Okay. Okay.
So
I'll
go
slow down.
slow.
Oh,
So
you.
yes.
Okay.
Nice. I love that. It's so intimate. It's so romantic. It is like a trendy spot. You guys see the art on the walls. There's flat screens on the walls. Oh, this little spot right here. Oh my gosh. I love that little spot right there with the white Chase Lounge. I love that. Look at that painting on the wall. Phenomenal. That's a Pisces right there. I can tell. She got two faces. No.
But
Beautiful.
yeah, I mean, it's a great spot. Like I said, very trendy, very chic, and I mean, you'll come get a good drink, get some good food, maybe smoke a hookah if you partake in that, and just know that you're going to come get some great service. And hey, come see my great bartenders and staff behind the bar. They'll be hooking you up with some good drinks, and we're going to stay here and try to learn your name. So
Okay, so you guys are open tonight?
yes, we are open tonight. We're open at 4 p.m. We
Okay.
have happy hour from 4 to 6, $5 well drinks and half price hookah.
Okay, so tonight is the Cat Williams concert. So I say after party is at 26 Lounge.
Let's
We're
go.
coming to 26 Lounge. Vic,
Let's
thank you
go.
so much. You are such a humble person, and it was such an honor to have you. And thank you again for coming on to Why Local, because I'm helping businesses grow, but in return, you guys are also helping me grow this channel. So I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. I'm very
Hey,
humble.
I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you so much, and thank you to all the people out there who continue to support. It is greatly appreciated.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Have an amazing weekend.
Hey, you as well.
Thank you. Bye.